Breaking news into CBS Sports HQ. Kenley Jansen gets Jordan Groshans to fly out. Braves clinch the NL East for the 5th straight year. Your final score 2-1 there in Miami. Atlanta celebrating and popping bottles in the clubhouse. What an incredible performance. The defending World Series champions again on top of the NL East. All right, look at this. 2-1, as we said, the final. Incredible outing. 8 hits for the Braves. And great outing. Jake Odorizzi, 5 innings pitched, and Kenley Jansen getting the all-important save to seal the win. We welcome in David Samson, host of the Nothing Personal podcast with David Samson, and former Marlins president, along with Will Middlebrooks, our World Series champions. Guys, it came down to the wire to win the NL East, but the Atlanta Braves taking it. What's your reaction to this, David?
Well, let's start with the fact the division was over just a couple months ago. The Mets, it was a fait accompli. They were going to win, and the Braves got hot, and they stayed hot, and they won this division. It's not that the Mets gave it to them at all. The Mets had a great year, just not great enough. And what's amazing about the Braves is what they did. You saw Kenley Jansen. That looks a lot like the Dodgers closer from last year. He's now on the Braves. Freddie Freeman, the World Series MVP, is now on the Dodgers, but here are the Braves winning again and winning again. And this sets up a playoff run for them that they want to be the first team to defend a World Series title since the Yankees in 98 to 2000. They can avoid the Dodgers until the NLCS. It's going to be one heck of an exciting October for the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, like David said, the Mets didn't collapse. They didn't give this away. The Braves earned it. They won 101 games. The front office did a great job. They added Kenley Jansen. They had Raisel Iglesias in the middle of the year. We saw him pitch the 7th inning today, turn it over to A.J. Minter, and then to Jansen. You're going to see that a lot this postseason. This offense can hit. We know that. We know they can pitch. Max Fried has been proven to be an ace at this point. Kyle Wright won 21 games. Charlie Morton's pitched in the big games. Now, can they get Spencer Strider back? That's why this is important to win the division, because he has an oblique. He needs more time. Well, you get more time now. You don't have to play that first round. You get a few more days off. You can rest your arms, reset that bullpen, and be ready to go by the time the DS gets here.
This is the 5th straight divisional title for the Braves now. What's working so well for this ball club, David?
Well, you have to start with that they've sprinkled in rookies, right, with Harris and Strider, with veteran players. They got Olsen to replace Freeman. You have Albies, who's been hurt really for most of the year, but Acuna was hurt. Now he's back. So they really combine rookies, veterans. They've got good bullpen, good starting pitching, and they can hit. And when you put a team together like that, you're going to win 100 games. And that's what you need when you're building a team that can sustain winning. You need that pipeline to be filled. You need new players coming in. You can never stand pat. Even when you win the World Series, there are going to be changes to your roster. And the Braves did it a different way this year. Last year, recall, with the trade deadline acquisitions that no one heard of, Soler, Rosario, remember Duvall, they came and helped them to the World Series. Now it's going to be a different set of players that they got at the deadline or they got before the season starts. All the credit in the world to Alex Anthopoulos, former intern with the Montreal Expos, might I add. Congratulations to the Braves.
All right, well, Will, you take us inside the clubhouse now. When you have continued success like the Braves have, what is the feeling? What is the mindset now that you're heading into October in postseason baseball?
Well, as of last weekend, when they did what they did by sweeping the Mets, I mean, their confidence is at an all-time high right now. You want to peak right now. This is the time you want to be playing your best baseball. And they're doing that by beating DeGrom and Scherzer and Bassett. Some people like the Mets to get to the World Series because of those 3 guys, and they handed it to them and outplayed them. And now, yes, you're riding high on confidence, but you're so excited that you can reset, get your legs back under you. And then you have you don't have to play the Dodgers, number one, until the CS, which is a huge advantage for a team not having to play a 110-win team until right before the World Series.
This franchise knows how to be successful, right? We talked about it, looking to repeat as back-to-back World Series champions. How do you like their chances, David, in the NL and make it back to the Fall Classic?
I didn't get a lot of predictions right because this has been a crazy season. But I have the Braves beating the Blue Jays in the World Series before the season started. So I figure I might as well stick with that. The Blue Jays are only probably the third best team in the American League. But hey, at least they're in it. They have a shot. The Braves are probably the second best team in the National League. But hey, they have a shot. So I'm going to stick with my preseason prediction because why not? Braves over the Blue Jays.
Now, I'm going to go Braves, Astros. I think the Astros are by far the best team in the American League. I know how good the Dodgers are, but for as good as they are, I don't know if I've ever seen a 110-win team, even a 100-win team, have as many question marks going into the postseason as the Dodgers do. The Braves they're solid, and they slug, they hit the ball out of the ballpark, and that's how you win big games in the postseason. Yes, pitching is important. They have that. They have starting pitching, they have bullpen, but they slug. And who's going to hit the big home runs to win those games? They have a lineup, probably 7 guys who can go bridge at any point, and that is going to come up huge for them in this postseason. I give them the advantage over the Dodgers to get to the World Series.
All right, buckle up. It is going to be a fun postseason. That's our guys, David Samson and Will Middlebrooks, as the Atlanta Braves clinch the NL East. Thanks for the insight, guys. All right, taking a look now, most division titles in MLB history. With their 5th straight, look at this, the Atlanta Braves with 22, and very good company, mind you, alongside the Dodgers and Yankees.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.